Hey everyone, and welcome back to Stogie Review. And for this review, I'm doing the H. Upmann Connoisseur No. from Cuba. The H. Upmann Connoisseur No. is H. Upmann's Robusto, and it's kind of one that gets lost in the shuffle with all the other more well-known Robustos, like the Partagas Serie D No. 4, the Cohiba Robusto, or the Montecristo Edmundo, stuff like that, or even Ramon Allones Specially Selected. They're all better known Cuban Robustos, and this one kind of gets lost in the shuffle. Now, this cigar, it's 5 inches by 48 ring gauge. Now let's take a look at this cigar. This is one that I've actually had a lot of these lately. Look at the cap here. And the foot of the cigar. It's actually not a bad looking cigar. You know, probably half the Cubans I get look like they look pretty bad. The wrappers aren't really uniform, but a lot of the ones lately have the quality control on a lot of the Cubans in the past about year and a half, 2 years or whatever have been really good. I haven't got hardly any that have draw issues or construction issues or anything like that. And this whole box of these that I've got, they all look perfectly fine, and I've spoke through about half of them already. Now this is from October 2014, so it's a relatively new cigar. And usually I like to wait anywhere from 3 to 5 years to sit on a box or so, just kind of let it age or whatever. But what I decided to do with some of the ones I've got now is kind of do an experiment with them, where I open them up, I smoke them fresh, and then like I smoke a little bit of them, then the next year I smoke a little bit of them, then the next year I smoke a little bit of them, kind of to see the progression, how each one progresses through. And it's been interesting to see, because a lot of them now, like Cohibas, and I think Trinidad's, and of course your additional limitadas, they're aged for at least 2 years on their tobacco, from what I understand. And what I'm hearing now is they're trying to do that with most of the cigars that the other lines like H. Upmann, Montecristo, Partagas, Hoya de Monterey, they're trying to age that tobacco too. So it's kind of curious to how these smoke now. And I have to say, a lot of them have been smoking really well. Of course, with more age on them, they smoke much better, but they still are pretty damn good as they are now. So I'm gonna give this a whirl. Like I said, this is a 5.5 by 48 ring gauge. For international viewers, let's see, Havanas has a box of 25. They're on special right now for $155, so not a bad price on those. Let's go ahead and cut this thing and let's see how it goes. Using my pocket knife again. Really interesting flavor. The draw is a tad tight, but it's not bad at all. I swear, the cold draw in this thing tastes almost like toasted pecans. That's exactly what it tastes like to me. Really nice. Go ahead and light this thing up. It has It does have that roasted nut kind of flavor on that draw there. But also I'm getting like almost like a there's a sweetness there, a little bit of creaminess. There is like a hay flavor. Yeah, it's just like a nice, almost kind of reminds me of like a honey roasted, like a honey roasted cashew or pecan or something like that, with a little bit of creaminess and has just a hint of spice. Off to a pretty good start. Anyway, I'll smoke this at a halfway point, and I'll be back to let you know how it went. See you in a second. Everybody, I'm back. I'm a little bit past the halfway point. I was just enjoying it and kind of forgot about stopping and coming and recording this. Anyway, the flavors are kind of the same. They just seem to have gotten richer. I get a nice toasted nut flavor. There's a nice creaminess to it, a little bit of sweetness. There still is that little bit of that hay character in it, and I'm getting like a cinnamon spice on it as well. So far, really outstanding cigar, and even at this young. Anyway, I'm going to finish this cigar off, and I'll be back to let you know how it finishes. I'll see you in a second. Hey everybody, I'm at the end of the cigar now. It hadn't changed all too much. The sweetness has gone away, and it's actually got a little bit of a bitterness to it now. So kind of what I'm getting now is, I'm still getting that roasted nut flavor, because I mean that's pretty much what I've been getting through the whole time. I'm getting a little bit of that cinnamon spice. I get a little bit of that hay note, but other than that, that's pretty much all I'm getting right now. It's a pretty tasty cigar. It's one that I know for a fact that gets a lot better with age. But even now, being this is a 2014, it still smokes really well. I mean, I'm really enjoying it, even as it is now. But like most Cubans, if you give them about 3 years, they get a lot better, a lot better. So this one, I usually, you know, like I said, 3 to 5 years, and it's really on then, you know. Nothing over 8, because then it just loses, it starts losing it probably after that. You know, to me, each brand kind of has its own little window. Like for me, I know Cohiba is usually, I like those are like 5 to 8 years before I usually touch those. And let me tell you though, when you get them that old, my God, they are amazing. And these are pretty good too. But even like I said, I'm trying to smoke more fresh because they've gotten a lot better. The quality's better, the tobacco's better. The past about 2 years, maybe 3 years, it's gotten, just the quality of Cuba cigars have gotten a lot better. But anyway, it's a really outstanding smoke. So check them out, especially if, you know, if you're an American. Obviously you can only smoke them whenever you're outside our borders or whatever. But anyway, check them out because it's a really good smoke. It's one, it's pretty underrated, and it's got a great price to it. Like I said, Havanas, they have them for $155 for a box of 25. So, you know, if you're outside the country, you want to order them, that's a pretty good place to get them because they usually have really good prices. It's hard to beat their prices. So anyway, check it out if you ever get a chance. And on that note, I'll see you next time.